We have some breaking news on the Apple versus FBI story. The FBI Director James Comey is speaking at the Aspen Security Forum in London, and he is revealing that the agency paid $1.3 million to break into the San Bernardino shooter's iPhone. He added that even though this is the largest ever publicized amount for a phone hack, he thinks it was, quote, worth it. By using a third party to hack the phone, the case against Apple to unlock the phone was then dropped by the U.S. Justice Department. But again, the revelation is now coming out. $1.3 million to crack open the terrorist's iPhone in that horrific attack just months ago. President Obama speaking to the press in Riyadh, Saudi Arabia this morning following his meeting with the monarchy's King Salman. The president stressing the importance of the U.S.'s cooperation with the House of Saud.
Our intelligence sharing is vital in fighting against terrorism and has consistently improved. We're starting to see the need to cooperate on new threats like cyber attacks, for example.
But while he was talking about those types of threats, the president's visit to the kingdom was the subject of much sharper criticism as a movement is growing on Capitol Hill to release 28 classified pages from a congressional report that many believe ties members of the Saudi government to the 9/11 attacks. Few people have read these 28 pages. The man on your screen is one of them, former U.S. Ambassador to Saudi Arabia, Robert Jordan. Welcome, Ambassador. Does it tie? I know you're not allowed to reveal because it was under cloak and dagger that you were reading these things, but let me be an obnoxious journalist and ask you, are our fears grounded that it ties the Saudi government to the 9/11 attacks?
Well, I think it's been reported from several sources that there is no smoking gun. I think I would agree with that. Having said that, it's very important, I think, to declassify these 28 pages. When I heard about the pages in 2003, I said I needed to see them. And the CIA said, no, you can't. You don't have a need to know. And I said, are you kidding? I'm the ambassador to Saudi Arabia. So they brought a young guy out from Washington, let me see the pages, and then he took them back and went back to D.C. My conclusion is that there are things in there that I think the Saudis would want released, that Americans would want released. I think the press needs to see this. I think Congress needs to see it. And make their own judgments. But there also has been some reporting that the staff director of the 9/11 Commission, Phil Zelikow, actually saw the report and asked the investigators to join his staff and further investigate what was there. They said they finally came back with nothing. I think we need to know more about that. Well, so there are a number of loose ends that need to be tied here, but I do believe we all need to see those pages.
Congresswoman Nancy Pelosi is saying now she agrees with you. She thinks that they should be released. In fact, she's strongly supporting the release of it. She has not read them, though, so you are among those few who have. People are very upset about this. There have always been sort of the black helicopter rumors and conspiracy theories that the Saudi government was squirreling away people. And look, Osama bin Laden is from Saudi Arabia. Do we really have at least something to worry about here with the Saudis? Because if we do, why would we share any information with them on anything?
I think it is very important for us to remember that at the senior levels of the government, the Saudis have been a steadfast ally. Yes, we have many disagreements with them, but as Winston Churchill said one time, the only thing worse than fighting with your allies is fighting without them. And I think we've desperately got to have allies in the Middle East, and as imperfect as they are, they're what's there. Having said that, I don't also believe that there is anything in these 28 pages that should suggest that the Saudis should not remain an ally, that we shouldn't share intelligence with them, and they have certainly shared intelligence with us.
Do you trust King Salman? He has just recently gotten power. What do you think?
Generally, I trust him. I worry a bit about entrusting so much of the kingdom's business to a 30-year-old deputy crown prince. I know the crown prince, Mohammed bin Nayef, the best of those.
Okay, so we've lost that at a moment. You can see that the shot has frozen with the ambassador. We will try and get it set up once again, but he was very clear in saying he's read it, he feels it needs to be released, but there is no smoking gun at this point that he feels ties the Saudi government directly to the 9/11 attacks. Our thanks to Ambassador Robert Jordan, former U.S. ambassador to Saudi Arabia, and our apologies to our viewers for that ghost in the machine there.